Okay, would you feel more comfortable the questions coming from someone you know? Or?
I don't care, man.
I'm just saying. Okay, you never know. Okay.
Which camera am I looking at?
Probably
Looking at Matt's. Okay.
swag. Okay. You're the okay. I should probably.
My favorite memory of high school tennis would be beating a competitor from South Arrow High School, who at that time was our main rival. He beat me earlier in the season, and then I beat him. So that was one of my better memories.
Okay, well, see, that was very good.
Nothing worked.
But we had a mic. So,
wow. Yeah. Let's now wait till after lunch. Let's wait till lunch. This is...
What's one word to describe Mr. Smith?
I'd say funny.
Unique. He is certainly straightforward.
Sarcastic.
Sarcastic.
Mr. Smith is one of the most respected members of the MHS staff. Not only is he a fantastic teacher, but he is the most inspiring coach in MHS history.
I mean, I've coached with him in tennis and in basketball. He is a fantastic coach. I mean, he's intense, but he's fair.
One word describing this year's basketball team is inexperienced. It shows a lot of nights, but I will say this about this team. One of the best group of girls or kids I've ever coached.
Team 5.
So even though we've only won 6 ball games, I've enjoyed this year. This has been an enjoyable year for me. I like the emotion of the sport, and it does keep me in coaching. And I like working with Coach Sparks and Coach Allen, 2 really good guys.
Although he only coaches tennis and basketball, his inspiration has affected students regardless of the sports that they do.
I'll never forget sophomore year when Smith came in the locker room and gave us a speech to motivate us. We were playing Lake Norman, first home game. Motivated the team, motivated me, and told us we realized that don't play for the people who doubt you, but play for each other. So I'll never forget that.
Well, I've never had him as a coach, but even just from being in his class, you get a sense of his kind of gritty, old-fashioned coaching style, and that, you know, I'm still an athlete, and what he says in class makes me think about what I am going to be doing after school for the soccer team. So you know, not even having him as a coach, you still carry things as an athlete to your game.
In Smith's class, our main project was for cancer, and we did Project Pantyhose. So we did pantyhose bowling to raise money for cancer, and all the money and all the proceeds that we made went to the KYAL Foundation.
You know, I had the students raise his hand. Pretty much everybody in this class knows somebody who has cancer or has cancer. Right now, my mother-in-law is in the middle of radiation for breast cancer. I've had various relatives die of cancer. Cancer is a disease that needs to be eradicated.
What do you hope you see in a student that comes in here? What do you hope?
You mean years later?
Yeah, usually.
I hope, you know, the students or players that come back to me, I hope they're just good adults. They may not have been the smartest, they may not have been the best player, but I hope they're good adults. I do like when kids come back or adults come back and go, you know, I really liked your class. You were my favorite teacher. I remember reading The Mice and Men. I remember when you were Stanley in A Streetcar Named Desire. Those things are fun. I like when players come back and say, I remember when this happened. I remember when you said that at practice. That's pretty cool. That tells you have at least your memory in these people's lives, which is, you know, a lot of professions, I don't know if you can say that. And I've now taught thousands of people, and I've coached, I guess, in the hundreds now. And it's pretty cool to have, you know, to be known as Coach Smith or Mr. Smith.